Every single month, millions of people face the exact same quiet panic. You check your bank account, look at the upcoming bills, and realize the math just isn't adding up. An unexpected car repair, a slightly higher utility bill, or simply the relentless pressure of inflation leaves you with a temporary shortfall. The traditional financial system doesn't make this situation any easier. If you turn to a traditional bank for a short-term loan, you are met with rigorous credit checks, mountain-high paperwork, and approval processes that take days or weeks, time you simply do not have. If you turn to credit cards, you might instantly hit high interest rates or discover your credit limit is already maxed out. Even worse, the fear of predatory payday lenders hangs overhead, where taking out a quick couple $100s can trap you in a cycle of triple-digit interest rates that take months or years to escape. This creates a terrifying reality for people trying to manage their daily cash flow. How do you cover a sudden financial gap without destroying your long-term financial health? How do you avoid overdraft fees that charge you $35 just because you were short $5 on a recurring bill? That is the exact problem apps like Credit Genie attempt to solve, but the crucial question remains: who is this platform actually built for, and who should stay far away from it? To understand who should use Credit Genie, we first have to break down what it actually does. Credit Genie is a personal finance app designed primarily around small-dollar cash advances, bill management, and automated budgeting tools. Unlike traditional lenders, it does not function as a standard bank loan provider. Instead, it analyzes your checking account activity, direct deposits, and spending habits to offer short-term cash advances, often up to $100 or $200, to tide you over until your next paycheck. There are no traditional credit checks required to access these funds, which instantly opens the door for individuals who have poor credit scores or no credit history at all. So, who is the ideal user for Credit Genie? The first profile is the employee living paycheck to paycheck who experiences timing mismatches. Imagine working a steady job, but your payroll cycle falls on a biweekly schedule while your rent or electricity bill is due 3 days before payday. You have the money coming, but you do not have the liquidity right now. In this scenario, letting a bill go past due might trigger late fees or service disconnects, while letting the payment hit your bank account might trigger severe overdraft charges. Using an app like Credit Genie as a bridge tool allows you to access money you've already earned slightly early, settling the bill on time without incurring massive bank penalties. For this person, the advance is not a lifestyle expansion, it is a tactical tool to prevent unnecessary fees. The second profile consists of individuals working to repair or avoid damage to their credit profiles. When you are strapped for cash, it is tempting to apply for high-risk personal loans or store credit cards. Every time you apply for traditional credit, hard inquiries hit your credit report, lowering your score. Furthermore, if you miss a credit payment, that negative mark stays on your report for up to 7 years. Because Credit Genie evaluates your eligibility using bank account cash flow rather than running a hard credit check, it provides a buffer for individuals who cannot afford another ding on their credit report or who are actively working to keep their credit history clean while navigating short-term tightness. The third profile is someone who needs help identifying invisible leaks in their monthly budget. Beyond cash advances, Credit Genie provides automated insights into recurring subscriptions, bills, and spending habits. Many people fear looking at their bank accounts because the picture feels chaotic. Having a platform that aggregates your recurring expenses and points out where your money goes every month offers a structured starting point for anyone who feels overwhelmed by basic budgeting. However, an equally important part of financial education is understanding who should not use this platform. Credit Genie is not a solution for long-term income shortfalls. If your expenses consistently exceed your income every single month by large margins, relying on cash advances creates a dangerous dependency. When you take an advance from your upcoming paycheck, your next paycheck will automatically be smaller by that exact amount. If you do not adjust your baseline spending, you will instantly find yourself short again the following pay period, forcing you into a continuous loop of borrowing from your future self. Furthermore, users must be aware of the fee structures involved. While Credit Genie does not charge traditional interest rates like a credit card, it operates on subscription models or optional expedited delivery fees. If you pay a subscription fee or an expedited transfer fee for a small advance, the effective annual percentage rate of that transaction can actually be quite high if calculated proportionally. Therefore, anyone looking for substantial long-term financing, funds for major purchases, or a way to consolidate existing debt should look toward traditional credit unions, debt management plans, or personal loans rather than micro-advance apps. To use Credit Genie effectively as an actionable takeaway, you must treat it strictly as a safety net, not a supplement to your income. First, evaluate your cash flow to ensure that any advance you take can be comfortably absorbed by your next paycheck without creating a new emergency. Second, utilize the app's budgeting and bill tracking features to map out your fixed expenses so you can gradually build a true, independent emergency fund, even if it starts with saving just $10 or $20 per pay period. Finally, always opt for standard transfer times whenever possible to avoid paying extra fast funding fees, keeping the overall cost of borrowing as low as humanly possible. Ultimately, Credit Genie is best suited for responsible, employed individuals who occasionally face short-term timing gaps between bills and paychecks, need to avoid bank overdraft penalties, and want to protect their credit score while maintaining control over their daily finances. Used with discipline, it acts as a helpful buffer. Used without a plan, it is simply a temporary band-aid. Understanding where you fall on that spectrum is the key to mastering your money.